The Thundermens and Henry Danger are the two sitcoms Nickelodeon show that I used to watch, but then both of these series had a final episode, and then they cancelled the series. Well, in 2024, the Thundermens came back with an hour movie. Well, last year, Henry Danger gets a feature-length film as well as his return, but the question is that which of these movies are superior? It's time to find out. Alright, the story for the Thundermens movie, it took place in 7 years after the event of the final episode. The Thundermens just got fired and replaced by the Fee-Force, or whatever they were called, and they went back to their normal family life, well, until they have to save the day once again by the threats. Well, as for Henry Danger, it took place in 5 years since the final episodes. Henry is no longer Kid Danger. He is his own vigilante until he met a fangirl that summoned him back into a sidekick again. And they end up traveling into all different completely worlds. Yeah, the Henry Danger movie just felt more of a multiverse story that doesn't have much impact, and the structure of the plot was pretty basic. Well, Thundermens' return is basic as well, but it was more focused, in my opinion. Well, it's pretty much a movie straight out of the show, because you can hear the audience laugh at the background, like most sitcom shows, but the Henry Danger movie never had audience laughing in the background. Well, at times, I kind of preferred the audience not laughing, because it's less distracting, but it also come off pretty dry. Well, the Thundermens Return movie had a pretty great extinct music score in the background to motivate the whole film, and I can let you listen to it yourself. You see what I mean? Did you listen to it? It sounds pretty good, right? It's seriously right up there with the music score they did with Mario. Alright, as for the characters, well, just like the story, they're simple, but they have a lot more going on. The parents acknowledge that their youngest kid can take care of herself. Max and Phoebe has a moment of vulnerability, and overall they were able to stand and fight as a family, but I thought they developed these characters in a most disrespectful way. Well, Henry had a character growth where he learns not to overshadow his friend while he's being a hero. Well, the fangirl and her sister, well, I thought she's fine, but I don't care for them at the end of the day. Well, I can see some development with each character, but I somehow forgot all about them once this movie has passed. Alright, with that being said, the movie with the superior story is the Thundermens Return, and well, to everyone's surprise, the movie with the superior character, I believe, is the Henry Danger movie. Alright, the villain of the Thundermens Return are actually the Feed team. That turns out they have been working with the League of the Villains, but I thought that plot twisting felt pretty rushed because they just revealed it in 25 minutes of the movie, so they could have just waited until like an hour or before the climax to do that. Well, my biggest complaint about this movie is that they just gave the citizens a radioactive plant, or whatever it was, that give them superpowers. So, when they got powers, well, I was pretty excited for what is about to come, but all they do with them is just help the Thundermen break through the force shield to go through. I mean, seriously, that's all they're going to do for them? I mean, you could have just have them help the Thundermen fight the Villain League at the climax as well. Like, that's just doing them a disfavor. I mean, imagine if the Shazam family gets superpowers at the climax, but didn't do much with them. I mean, that would be dang boring, because underutilizing the normal characters that just got superpowers doesn't make sense to me. Well, as for the villains in the Henry Danger film, well, a vampire equivalent to Henry's sister, I guess. Yeah, the villains here are forgettable, and they don't have motivation, or they do have motivation. I probably forgot that they did. But with that, I thought the action was pretty entertaining, and I give it that. Well, the action is also fun in Thundermens Return, especially the climactic battle, but I wish that they added the new supers to help the Thunderman family. Well, the CGI is not great, but it has weighted moment where the heroes were losing, and then they get motivated to win at the end. Well, overall, the action in both movies were creative in their own rights, but the villains in both movies were nothing special. If I had to pick one, the movie with the superior action is Henry Danger, and the movie with the superior villain is the Thundermens Return. Well, I don't have much to say about the Henry Danger movie. It just felt like a multiversal, big event movie setup, and they even put Captain Man for the post-credit scene, teasing an even bigger film. And I'm curious if the Thunderman family are going to be in the big event film, or even the Danger Force, all in the same room. Like, who knows? Thunderman's Return is certainly not a great movie, but I feel like it is more memorable than the Henry Danger movie in comparison. And it does felt like a sitcom show movie straight out of the sitcom show. Well, if you grew up with the Thundermens, then I feel like you're going to love this movie, even though they wasted the new superheroes that literally just got powers. Well, if you grew up with Henry Danger, then I feel like this film might disappoint you a bit. Well, I think that's all I need to say, so let's get to the scores. The Henry Danger movie is a 6 out of 10, and Thunderman's Return gets a high 7. Well, if you enjoyed this video overall, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and I would like to see which movie do you prefer in the comments down below. My name is Isaiah Belfort, and I will see you guys next time. What's up, guys? Just to let you all know, for the following weekends, I'm going to watch the Backrooms movie and Scary Movie 6, and I'm going to make a comparison video out of them, and plus, I'm going to be doing a live stream video again between that. Well, it's just a friendly reminder, and until then, I'll see you guys next time.